before we start this video, I'm going to do a quick mail time, change things up a little bit, do it in the beginning of the video so you guys don't miss it. So first package here is from Timmy Hens of Grand Blanc, Michigan. Okay. I am your biggest fan, he says. He's got a bunch of random stuff. Looks like that's a hacky sack, I think, right? Jackson, yeah, this isn't for you. Got some old cars here. Look at that. You know, I had a lot of cars when I was a kid. How many of you guys had the Hot Wheels and stuff? Like, I had a big Hot Wheels, like, track. This was a while ago, but you could actually stand it up. It was literally, it was a drag racing track, technically. It would start up here high, and then you'd push a button, and both cars would get released, and they'd go down this track. I mean, you could build it to do whatever. It was one of those starter Hot Wheels tracks that, with the plastic bendy, you know, track that you can do loops and stuff, but I didn't have a loop or anything like that. It was just a straight track. But I had a ton of these, actually, a lot of them. I didn't have any of these cars though, but yeah, that was the times. Anyways, well, thank you, Timmy. I appreciate it. He said, recycle box. I will. Next package here, we've got a Brandon Stevens of Coatesville, Indiana. He wrote on the box, put in video, ZL1, thanks. Let's see here. Start with the note. My name is Brandon, and I have been watching you for 6 months, and I got this Hot Wheels 2017 Camaro. Oh, yes! I was waiting for somebody to send me this 2017 Camaro ZL1 Hot Wheels because it matches your car, and I collect Hot Wheels. Look at that, another guy with Hot Wheels. I was just telling you guys about it. What a coincidence. That's awesome. So, Instagram, Brandon_Stevens_14. This is awesome. There it is. I now have 3 ZL1s. 3. Actually, I have more than that. I've got one back there. I've got a little one in the bathroom, so I guess I have 5. Anyways, this is pretty cool, so awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Family fun. Junk mail. Yeah. Next. This looks interesting. From the Florida American Legion. Alex said, enclosed is the plate from my 2015 ZL1. I'm a 24-plus year veteran. Sniper, diver, explosives. Wow, damn, that's cool. And I appreciate how you and Mike support the military. Look at that. 15 ZL1. That's pretty cool. I'll put this up with the other ones in my garage. All right, so getting to the last couple here, we've got this bigger one. Hey, dude, really like the channel. I sent you and Lauren a shirt. I think you'll like something to sport under that badass go-kart suit. And a few decals. I think you also enjoy. Keep up the great work. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Drag life. With the tree there. And then there's drag racing the tree, and then with the American flag in the background. That is really cool. But he sent me these stickers. It says ZL1 Life. Like, that's cool. I'll definitely throw that on my ZL1. This one says Vets Go Racing. That's pretty cool. So he sent me a business card. So he's the one, I guess, that owns this company and designed these. Got Hooked Graphics. So anyways, that's that. So thank you all for sending me things in my P.O. box. If you'd like to send me something, all the info will be below in the description. Let's start the video. Might as well start it up first. Oh, shit. Whoops. Left those on for some reason. Turn those off. Yeah. At least it's not too early in the morning. Low on gas again. Looks like we're gonna have to stop and get some. This is gonna be a fun video today. A lot of good info for you guys. Lots of cool stuff happening. And Lauren's gonna join us for the video. First things first.
I'm the realist.
Well, we gotta get gas and stop at the bank.
Yeah.
Where's the E85 at?
Union Deposit has E85.
Do they?
I saw it last year.
All right, we'll go to Union Deposit first.
Okay. Can't believe it's July, guys.
Almost.
Almost.
Only a couple more days till July 1st.
Summer is flying.
My birthday's on the 25th. Mark your calendars. I'm gonna be 30.
Dirty 30.
30 years old. I know a lot of you guys think I'm like 20, but I'm actually gonna be 30. we're on our way to get gas, I thought I'd tell you guys something very exciting that's gonna happen here, which is the next big mod for this car.
Parachute.
Yeah, well, I might need it with this next mod.
What can it be?
I don't know, what could it be? Some of you guys were saying about, you know, the higher stall converter, which is what I was talking to you guys about in my last drag racing video. But the more I've been talking about it, and the more I've been thinking about it, that's not really the route I should go with this car, because there's a lot of guys that have a CTSV, which is essentially a very similar vehicle. They use the stock stall converter because it just works. Some guys have put a higher stall in their car, and they tend to overheat, and you also lose the drivability that you have with the car. So, you know, right now it drives very nice on the street. It can be a little annoying here and there, but nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, I still drive this car to and from car shows. I drive it on the street like I am right now, just doing things because I like to drive it. I don't want to make it a complete dedicated race car and only take it to the track, only because, well, there's no tracks close by my house. I had to drive at least an hour and a half away to go to a good track. The issue is trying to get this off the line like really fast. And the best 60 foot I've cut is a 1.5, pretty much a 1.51 or 1.50 60 foot. I think it has a little more out of it, how it stands right now, but what's definitely going to get me out of the hole quicker is nitrous. And that's pretty much what I decided to do. And the reason being is I can still have 700 horsepower on the street, which is plenty for the street. I mean, let's be honest here. Anything more, it's stupid. You're just spinning everywhere you go. So with nitrous, you can have it when you want it and not have it when you don't want it. But without getting too detailed into how nitrous works and what it's all about, I've been talking to Nitrous Outlet, which is pretty much the leading company in nitrous sales and parts and stuff like that. And we've worked out a deal, and I am now sponsored by Nitrous Outlet, which is awesome, and I'm extremely happy about that because just of what the company is. So I'm going to be getting a nitrous system from them next week. It's going to be going on the car, and you guys are going to see what it does, hopefully next weekend, July 8th at Cecil County, and see what kind of power it will put down. I'm planning on doing a 200 shot on the car. So basically what that means is it's an extra 200 horsepower immediately, like with the push of a button, basically. Generally, you see more because what happens is the nitrous is a lot cooler and you usually see a lot more torque out of it. So like if it's a 200 shot, I might see 250 pound-foot of torque, and that's rear wheel torque, not crank. So this car should be very, very close to about 1,000 torque to the wheels, which is going to be insane, especially if I do a 200 shot right out of the hole. And the cool thing about the ZL1, at least the 5th gen ZL1s, is that the rear end in this thing is ridiculously strong. It's a 9.9 inch rear end. I don't need to even touch that. Like, it'll take that amount of power all day. And the axle is huge. So there's a lot of beefy parts on this car that GM put on it from the factory that is like honestly overkill for 580 horsepower, which is what this car comes with. So, I mean, I'm glad they did it because now we don't have to upgrade anything when we add more power to these cars, which maybe GM was actually thinking when they built this car. Hey, these guys are going to put an insane amount of power through this car. We should beef everything up. Thanks. Anyways, let's get some gas. So E85 is $1 cheaper per gallon than 93, which is awesome. You do go through E85 a little faster than 93, but yeah, that's another thing I'd like to do in the future. Not right now, but in the future, is run a 100% E85 compatible fuel system on this car. That way I don't have to do my 50-50 mixture, which is what I just did there. And the only reason I have to do that is because my current fuel system cannot handle 100% E85. So I would need to upgrade the injectors as well as the fuel pump. And that's another thing I forgot to mention to you guys is I'm getting a standalone fuel system for my NITROUS setup, so I will not be using the current fuel system on this car. And a standalone fuel system is a little bit safer too than relying on your car's fuel system, because if anything would fail, if pressure would drop, anything like that, you could blow your engine up. So that's why I decided to go with a standalone fuel system as well. Alrighty, so we're gonna do a little 0 to 60 here on the new tire setup. I'm gonna use my trusty P3 gauge, and we're gonna find out what it does. So just to show you guys that the gauge is actually working correctly, I'm gonna show you here when I stop, and it'll say ready. Once I complete into a complete stop, there it says ready. And then as soon as I start to take off, it will count. When the speedometer hits 60, it'll show the time, and I'll show you guys here in just a second. I'm not gonna do a full-blown 0 to 60. I'm just gonna do a gradual acceleration. All right, here we go. Accelerating. So that's 60 right there. Obviously me going very, very slow. But now we're going to try an actual 0 to 60 and see what happens. So let me see that. As you can see, it says 2.87 seconds with some spinning, I must say. Some of first gear, not a lot though, and some of second gear. What do you think?
Yeah.
What did you think, Lauren?
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can get a little bit quicker. I think it's got like a 2.7 or 2.6 seconds 0 to 60 out of it. I mean, on the street, you guys have to understand that's definitely doing something on a 700 horsepower rear wheel drive car. Hey, that was better. 2.78. Told you I had it in me.
What was the first one?
2.8 something.
Oh, look at you.
So there you go, 2.78 is my current best. And again, I'm still spinning a little bit in first gear. It does hook in second pretty well, but these tires are definitely a lot better than the NITROUS that I was running before. These things hook up real well. And obviously they need to be worn too, you know. When you have cold drag radials, they don't really work well, but you gotta heat them up so they get all mushy and grip. I'm sure on the track these things would be even more insane, probably cut like a 2.5 0 to 60, or probably even less, to be honest with you. Probably like a 2.3. But maybe next time I go to the track, I'll put this on and we'll see what we run. What do you think, Lauren? 2.7.
Yay!
Alrighty guys, so we're back at home now, and I just wanted to tell you something before I ended this video. Motor Trend did a review of the new 2018 ZL1 1LE. I'm going to read a little article here for you guys. I'll put the link below in the description. You can check it out as well. But it's insane. So most of you guys already know that the 2018 ZL1 1LE did a 7-minute and 16-second lap around the Nürburgring in Germany. But either way, the 1LE did a second lap around the Nürburgring by a guy named Bill Wise. This is what they call him here on Motor Trend. And he was able to beat the Nürburgring time of 7:16 by 3 seconds. Now, it wasn't documented. There was no GoPro on it. But they did do obviously a timed lap, and he ran a 7:13. Unfortunately, you know, they can't advertise it as a lap because nothing was professionally documented or whatever. But they said that it was somewhere in the 7:13 neighborhood, which basically puts the ZL1 1LE in 12th place in the entire world around that track. It's literally not even a second away from a Porsche 911 GT3, which is insane. So. And again, a Dodge Viper ACR SRT10, obviously, that was 7:12 as well. So it's literally a second away from that car. And, you know, even though Dodge still holds that, that's a freaking supercar, like a 6-figure supercar. And we're comparing it to a $73,000 Camaro, which is what the price was when they tested it. So either way, yeah, it's doing insane things. I don't know. I think they need to do a lap around the Nürburgring and record it this time and actually get an updated lap time on it. But I read the article, and I mean, it's good. They say a lot of good stuff about the new 1LE. And another thing too is they were able to race it around Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca, and Randy Popes did a lap of 134.30. So compare that to other vehicles. McLaren 570S did it in 134.58, so it beat that. And it also beat a 2012 Corvette Z06, which did it in 134.58. So again, still GM's fastest production car around a track is still the Camaro ZL1 1LE. But speaking of Camaros, I will be at Camaro Fest 7 along with Andy from Diablo Formula Racing. Steve Fast from Hammer Down Motorsports will be there with his Camaro. And I think Mike Davenport, Bachman Chevrolet, Louisville Chevy dude, he'll be there with his Camaro as well. The dates are July 13th, 14th, and 15th. I believe the 13th is just a setup day, but the show dates are definitely the 14th and 15th. There'll be races there as well that I'll be attending. I'm going to be bringing the 2013 and the 2017, and I'll be there with the Diablo Formula Racing booth. I'll let you guys know where I'll be, probably on my Instagram, so be sure you follow that. So I'll have stuff there for you guys as far as t-shirts go and everything, and I'll have some posters available. And it's only about 2 weeks away, so I hope to see you guys there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please follow all of my social media, which will be in the description below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Have a great day.